The second big problem we have is our young people. Again, let us not cheat ourselves. It is our young people. We have a youth bulge that, if not properly handled, can be a time bomb that can blow this country to pieces. And the handling of that has to be done extremely carefully. Extremely carefully. That is not a problem of this community or that. It affects us all. But how we manage it, we must manage it very carefully. We cannot manage it through inciting them. All right? We must manage it by including them in our decision-making processes. And that is why I said in Kisii during the Mashujaa Day celebrations, if we are to deal with our youth problem, we must deal with our economy. And there is no country in the world that has ever developed on a 5-year cycle of politics. You can never develop on a 5-year cycle. And if you cannot develop your economy, how do you create the jobs? If every cycle you spend one whole year, and in this case, in our case, it's 2 years, before the election campaigning, then you spend another 2 years after the election campaign trying to sort out the political mess, umebaki na mwaka moja ya kufanya kazi. Uchumi kweli tutapanua? Wenzangu, vijana kweli tutawapatia kazi? Ya? Na ndipo niliwaambia juzi wakati tulikuwa tumeenda kuanzisha mradi wa hawa vijana, na nikawaambia, my friends, be very careful. It is very exciting and it is very sweet. But we must stop this culture of use and dispose of our young people, and instead develop and deepen a process, which again I want to thank these gracious men and women, because they have looked into those issues, of how we can systematically and in a very clear and thought out manner enable our young people, who are our future, to be a productive part of Kenyan society. And nobody can do that. I can't do it alone. We must be together, and we must engage in that conversation together. Tunaelewana wenzangu? And I strongly believe if we just deal with those two issues, and I know there are many other issues.
Let's start off with a statement from the fourth of the office of the 4th President of the Republic of Kenya. That's His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta, who has reacted and sent a statement to the news. We'd like to read that statement now for you. And it starts with, "My fellow Kenyans, I come to you with a heavy heart, saddened by the loss of lives occasioned by the current situation prevailing in our country. It's a right of every Kenyan to protest as determined by the Constitution as promulgated in 2010 Constitution. It's also the duty of the leader to listen to those they lead."
He goes on to say, "At this trying time for our country, I want to remind all leaders that they were elected by the people. Listening to the people is not a choice, but a mandate enshrined in the principles of our Constitution and in the very basis and philosophy of democracy.
Leaders must know that power and authority they have is donated to them by the people.
I therefore call for calm and for the leadership to show restraint and do the right thing by listening to the people and not to be antagonistic to them. Violence on either side is not the answer."
He goes on to say, "As your former president, I have felt the weight and the difficulty of leading Kenya. I therefore pray for wisdom and civility to be established and for peace and progress for being to all of us as children of Kenya."
The former president says, "Dear Kenyans, I stand with you and I ask our leadership to embrace dialogue and speak to the people and not at the people. I pray for peace and understanding on the part of each and every Kenyan and for all of us to remember that Kenya is bigger than one of us. There is nothing cast in stone that cannot be changed."
Finished by Celeste Kenya. Sign.